Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I helped this poor table fix their somewhat questionable expanded Buzzwole and Pheromosa GX list. And what they started off with is nothing super remarkable. It has a lot of inconsistencies and ways the deck plan could go wrong. Multiple lost zones here, get all the energy switching onto the Pheromosa Buzzwole here. It got very complicated, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong with the deck very quickly. And the main Pokemon they're building around, the Buzzwole Pheromosa, is actually a very decent Pokemon. It has a powerful GX attack, a one-time use attack per game, 50 damage, 2 prizes if you get a KO, that's not too bad. But if you have 7 additional energy to the 1 grass attack, so 8 energy on this giant tag team behemoth, you can take 3 additional prize cards instead of just 1. So the whole goal of the deck is to slam as much energy into Buzzwole and Pheromosa as possible, take a sneaky early KO, and then suddenly only have 1 or 2 prize cards left in the game and put an insane amount of pressure on your opponent while you're just sitting there chilling. The other 2 attacks on it as well aren't too shabby. For 2 grass and 1 colorless, you can do 190 damage, but the base damage is reduced to 60 next turn. And for 1 grass energy, you can do 30 damage to the active and a 30 damage snipe, potentially setting up a nice KO with that GX attack. And the strategy, of course, if you watch my strategy guide, here is that video plug in here, but the strategy is pretty much support the Pheromosa Buzzwole and try to get the GX attack off either for game or to put on an insane amount of early pressure on your opponent. And the original deck, I would give a grade of D. There's just too many potential things to go wrong with the deck. The plan is there, but it's very liable to prizes or just not getting the right cards at the right time. Using the Tapu Koko Prism to accelerate 2 lightning energy requires lightning energy to be in the discarded and the Koko to be available. And you need energy in hand to get energy on the Ogerpon, and then you need to use all 4 energy switches to put those onto the Buzzwole. You're already losing turns here and the game's about over, and it's awkward, it's clunky, it's trying to tank and heal with the Life Forest Prism Star to give your deck time to set up for the GX attack, but it's super telegraphed and it's very easy to target, and it's too slow. And sometimes that's just problems decks have. They're too slow, but I see there is a very good way we can fix this problem, especially if you're willing to sacrifice a couple of prize cards. My mind instantly went to Electro GX. With its ability, it can blow itself up and accelerate 5 energy cards. Not just basic energy cards, any energy cards, so it could easily grab DCE and slap them all onto your board in whatever way you want, but the only caveat is it can't be a rule box. So Electro GX you can't pair instantly with the Pheromosa Buzzwole tag team, but you could put it on an Electrode with the Ancient Trait Barrier, which prevents supporters from affecting it, and easily Ninja Boy or Thornton into the Buzzwole Pheromosa to get the attack off that way. And I'll admit, it's clunky, it's still very clunky, but I felt like it was a better start than a whole bunch of Tapu Koko Ogerpon energy switch nonsense that the deck was before. Table took that idea and ran with it because recently there was another exploding Pokemon that searches your deck for grass energy, and that is just way better and puts it into play. And not only does it blow itself up, it blows itself up for 2 prize cards, which pairs perfectly with Base Ring. Base Ring lets you accelerate energy from deck if your opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, and slap them instantly onto one of your Ultra Beasts. Well, the mystery Pokemon, of course, is Fortress EX. With this new and improved deck, the game plan is a lot more straightforward. Get your Pheromosa out, get your Ferroseed out, maybe stall a turn or 2, explode your fortress, accelerate a whole bunch of energy onto your Buzzwole and Pheromosa, and get the attack off. But you also have Wally, so if you're going second and it's on your first turn, you can Wally into fortress and get the attack off turn 1, which is honestly the kind of sauce the deck really needed. There were some other suggestions I made to the deck. Originally I thought about Tapu Lele in the deck, getting the specific supporter you need like Goose Hala would be cracked, but then I remembered Lumineon V is just an upgraded Tapu Lele since you get access to Forest Sealstone, which if you put that on the Lumineon V or the Weirdeer V they added into the deck, you can easily get a missing card you need for the combo to work. And Lumineon V can go get you that Goose Hala, which gets you your Beast energy as well. It's just additional plus 30 damage. I also suggested Pokestop into the deck as well, since the deck is very item heavy and would like things in the discard like the supporters, and can give you a little bit of extra draw if needed. I don't know if it's a perfect solution, but it should help the early game be not as slow if you get an awkward start. Weirdeer V is also there to clean up in case you get an early Buzzwole Pheromosa off and you still need to take a couple of extra prizes. If they're unable to KO your Buzzwole Pheromosa, you can switch in with a Weirdeer and very easily take a cleanup KO. The Ogerpon EX got cut entirely, and I suggested an Arven for that slot, since Arven is a pretty nice middle ground, which lets you still get your Force Sealstone and an item card if you need that in the combo piece instead of what the Goose Hala can grab. In conclusion, the deck is a lot better, functions a lot better, and has a clear game plan in place. And honestly, it looks like a blast to play, and I hope that table has a wonderful time playing it. Though I didn't play a huge role in deciding what cards specifically went to the deck, the inspiration and collaboration that I helped table with certainly pushed them in the right direction, and that's sometimes all you need from getting help with a deck. You don't need someone else to build the deck entirely for you. The best way to build decks is, collaboration, trying new things, and suggesting things. Everyone has a different point of view from building decks, and the more point of views or guidance you can get from someone who's a little bit more knowledgeable about the format can ultimately put you in the right direction. But in the end, I would like everyone to remember that this deck is your deck. Pilot and build it how you like to play the game, and don't be afraid to try a new card or two just to find out it fails. That's how you build your deck building chops after all, but of course know what does work before you try to figure out what doesn't. And I'll see you guys all in next week's video. Bye!